Hi, I'm Liz with Liz's Crafts, and today I will be bringing you 4 DIYs that are actually useful. So let's get started with DIY number 1, which is a weekly menu. So for this one, I went to Design Space, Cricut Design Space, and did print and cut for menus that were on there. All I had to do was size them. And now I'm just going to cut them down. And I did 4 of these because I'm having a craft show the first weekend of June, and I'll be selling these. So what I'm doing is lining up the edge of the outer box of the weekly menu on one side of my ruler there, and then cutting off the excess. And I'm going to do that with all 4 of these, and all 4 of them are different. And I thought I was going to be using that burlap there that's underneath it, but I decided to use a plain burlap instead. And now I just have this vinyl that is contact paper. It's just clear. And I'm going to put it on both sides of my menu. And I did print the menu on cardstock. So I'm just laying my menu face down there on top of the clear vinyl, and then I'm just cutting it off. Smoothing it out. And then I will be laying it on the other side of the vinyl. So that, or contact paper, whatever you want to call it. I think if this is from Duck, but you could use any of it. They probably have some at the Dollar Tree. In the contact paper section. So I'm just going to lay the back on there. Now, if you only do the front, when you put your glue on, it is going to smear your print. So make sure you put the contact paper on both sides. So I'm going to do that with all 4 of these menus. Menu boards, I guess I should say. So this one I did the back first, and then I'll do the front. Either way, it doesn't matter. Just want to get it on there as smoothly as you can. So you can use dry erase on these once you have them laminated. And if you have a laminating machine, of course you can use that. I don't. So, and now I'm just using my scraper tool to flatten down the laminate. It was pretty flat already, so you probably don't have to do this step. And now I'm just going to take my scissors and trim them up. So I'm just trimming the laminate up beside the edge of the cardstock. So it has the weekly menu at the top, and then it has the days of the week on the side. So you can put what your menu plan is for each day, and then when the end of the week, you can wipe it off. And trim up the rest of them. Now what I'm going to do is take my piece of burlap. Now this is one of those rolls of burlap from the Dollar Tree. I was lucky enough to find it. And you do want to iron it first because it does roll up on you. It has lots of wrinkles and all that, so make sure you iron it first. And then I'm just going to cut it to fit the inside of this Dollar Tree metal tray. So the tray and the burlap are from Dollar Tree. So I'm just trimming it up a little bit more. Once I get it the size I like, then I'm just going to take a few strands of the burlap out of it to fray it a little bit along each edge. Now that I have it the size that I want, I'm going to add my homemade Mod Podge to my tray. Now, if you want to make your own Mod Podge, it's 1 cup of Elmer's school glue or all-purpose glue, it doesn't matter which one, and 1/4 cup of water. And then you just mix it up, and that's it. A whole lot cheaper than Mod Podge and works just as well. So it ends up being like the matte Mod Podge. So we're just going to add a generous amount to the bottom of the tray here because the burlap does soak it all up. Make sure you get the edges really well. And then just lay your burlap on top of it. Once you get it down, then you're going to start adding your Mod Podge on top of it. But I'm just kind of smoothing it out a little bit using this tool. I just didn't want to get all the Mod Podge on my fingers, but ended up doing it anyway. So now we're just going to put the Mod Podge on top of the burlap, and you want a pretty good bit. That's going to stiffen up your burlap and then pretty much make it lay flat. So as you can see, it's a pretty good bit of the Mod Podge. And once you get this on here, you do want it to dry overnight because it does take a good while to dry. I'm just making sure I'm getting around the edges there. There it is. And like I said, you want to set this aside, let it dry overnight. So this one's already dried overnight. And then we're going to attach our menu to the burlap. Now to do that, I'm going to use some E6000 in the middle portion of the menu. And I like to use a toothpick to spread my E6000. And then I'm putting hot glue around the edges, and I put some in the middle, but you don't need to do that. Just put it around the edges. And then just be careful when you pick it up to put it on your burlap so that you don't burn yourself. You're just going to lay it flat there in the center of the burlap and press it down. There it is, looking good. And now we're going to do the same thing to the other three. Putting the E6000 in the center and the hot glue around the edges only. So that's the second one. Now we're on to the third one. Let me know in the comments if you might make one of these. So these are really good to put on your refrigerator. That way you can plan your meals out for the week and everybody knows what they're going to have in advance. So there's that one. And now I'm going to take off these. Okay, so I'm sorry. I have these 12 button magnets. And you do need 2 packs. And I'm just using my heat gun to take off the sticker on the back of the trays. I don't like leaving the stickers on there when I'm selling my stuff. So now in order to put the magnets on, I'm going to use some E6000. So I'm just going to put a little bit on there on one edge. And then I'm going to put a little bit of hot glue on the other edge. And put one magnet in each corner. So there we have our magnets on one of the trays. I'm going to speed this up and put the other magnets on the other trays. And there we have all of our magnets on our trays. And now all we have to do is get dry erase pins. So I got these 4 pins at the Dollar Tree from Jot, made by Jot. And they already have magnets on them, so that was convenient. I kind of like having the pin down at the bottom there. But you can also put it on the side, on the inside part, not on the outer lip. So just showing you the magnet. So I thought that was pretty good that the pins already came with magnets on them. Plus they have little erasers on the top, on the lid. So I thought that was good. So we have our whole weekly menu with our dry erase board and pin. And I would probably sell these for about $8. And here's another picture of them. But let me know in the comments if you would make this. So on to our summer to-do box. So these boxes I got from, let me think of it. What is the name of the place? Pop Shelf. Yes, Pop Shelf after Christmas. It was 90% off. So I paid 50 cents for these boxes, 50 cents each. So it has a lid that slides out, and then it has some papers in there, and this is talking about Christmas. So I decided to turn these into a summer to-do list. So I cut out just a rectangle of vinyl in this matte green, shiny vinyl. And I'm going to put this on the lid of the box, because we need to cover up the Christmas decorations. And then I cut this out on Design Space. It says Sweet Summertime. And I'm going to add that on top of the vinyl we just added onto. And if you do a lot of crafts and you don't have a Cricut, might I suggest you get one, because you can make a whole lot of stuff and it's fun. And it makes everything look so nice. So there I have it on there, and I'm just using my scraper tool. Can't talk this morning. My scraper tool to push that onto the vinyl, and then I'm just taking my transfer tape off. And now we need to cover up the two pine boughs that are on the sides of the boxes. So for this one, I cut out 2 hearts from Design Space with my black vinyl. And I'm just going to position that over top of the pine bough so you can't see it. Just trying to cover it up the best I can. So there we have that one. And then I made some inserts to go inside these. I did a print and cut on my Cricut, and it says things to do this summer, or summer to-do list. I think it says summer to-do list. And so I put about 10 of those in there. And I'll probably sell this for about $5, since the original price on it was $5. Like I said, I got it for 90% off, so I paid 50 cents for the box. And then you have your vinyl. I put in a new blade in my Cricut, and it kind of cut through the backing sheet, so it was kind of hard for me to pull the vinyl up off of my backing sheet. So that's what it looked like previously. We're just going to cover that up. And these days you can get pretty inexpensive vinyl online. Like I see the advertisements on Facebook, and I've ordered where you can get like a whole pack of 100 sheets that are 12 by 12 for like $18 or something. Of course, I pay more than that for mine, but vinyl is a lot cheaper now than it used to be, and this stuff is a lot better than the Dollar Tree vinyl. So I think this one here says summertime vibes or something. I'm not sure. I'll have to look at it here. Oh, and my E didn't want to stick because the backing sheet was still on the back of it, because it had cut through the backing sheet. So I had to lower the pressure. Okay. Oh, Summer Adventure. Yeah. Just another one of those on Design Space, and then I cut out a couple of stars to cover the pine boughs, or the pine limbs, or whatever it is. I mean, they're cute, but just not for summer. And then if any of this hung over the edge, I did cut that off. So just think about it when you see something that's 90% off in a different season or whatever. A lot of times you can buy it and then do like what I'm doing here and make it for a different season, or the season that you're in. So you don't have to keep it for the season that's just passed. So keep that in mind when you're looking at stuff, especially when it's 90% off. And I did get these at Pop Shelf after Christmas. And now I have the 10 sheets for this one, things to do this summer. So they can write down whatever they want, whatever they think they might do. and then get in the box and pick it out and decide. So there they are. Like I said, I'll probably charge $5 each for these. And here's a picture of them. Aren't they cute? Hopefully I'll be able to sell them. And now for our next useful project, we'll do a picture holder. So these are some more that I got from Pop Shelf. So this one says Joy to the World. It was $2. So I paid 20 cents for this block. This one says Comfort and Joy. So you can't beat it for 20 cents. And this is a solid block. And I'm just going to cover it with some white acrylic paint. I'm going to use a sponge dauber. That way you only have to do one coat, usually. So I'm just pouncing it, daubing, daub. Anyway. I kind of like using the dauber to paint with. So we're just going to speed this up. So what I painted was the top of each of these and all four sides. I did not paint the back. And you do want to wait until it's dry before you go on to this step. So there it is. And then I have these clothespin cactuses that I got from the Dollar Tree. I want to say probably last year. And these rub-ons that are cactus from the Dollar Tree. I'm sorry, I should say cacti. Cacti. And speaking of cacti, I have a video out there that are 3D cacti made out of cardstock that I put in little pots that are really cute. If I remember, I will put a link to that video in the description box. So I'm just cutting out the ones that I think will go good with the project here. I've been wanting to use these rub-ons, but I just didn't know what to do with them. So this is the perfect project. So I'm going to put one cactus in each corner. And I'm going to put this one further up on the side. Do the same thing to the other side. That's the clip I'm going to use for that one. So just wanted to put it on there to make sure, you know, how I want to line up my cactus little rub-ons there. So I felt like it needed more than just the 4. So I put these 2, one in each corner at the top. Now you could leave it like this, but I felt like it needed more, so I cut a couple more cacti out for the sides. And I like that better. But you could put as many or as few rub-ons as you like. And now I'm just going to take my scraper tool there and I'm going to start rubbing them on. And this is just one of those tools from the Dollar Tree. And it's best to kind of raise up a corner of it, of the rub-on, as you're scraping it. That piece there, a little edge of it didn't transfer, so I was going to put that back down and get it stuck on there. So we got that done. So like I said, if you pull it up just a little bit and scrape at the same time, it works better. And I'll do that with the next one at least anyway. The next photo block. There we go. And if you do it this way, it does work best. And some of them rub on pretty easily. Some of them you have to work at a little bit. Like I said, if you could grab a hold of an edge and kind of pull it as you're scraping, that's the best way to do it. But if any part of it doesn't want to stick, you need to lay it back down and scrape it some more. So this is the last rub-on for this block. There we go. Nice. So we have a cacti on the sides and then a little leaves or whatever on the upper corners. And now we want to put our clothespin hanger on there. So I'm just using some wood glue. This was an empty bottle of glue, and then I just put wood glue in it, just the Dollar Tree wood glue, and I'm using that to glue the clothespin on. Just making sure I have it in the right position. I do move it over just a little bit. So you can put a picture on it, or you could put, you know, this is one of those sayings from the back of the calendar, the Dollar Tree calendars. So whatever you want to put on it, and these blocks are thick enough that they'll set up by themselves. And so now I'm just going to speed this up. We're going to do the same thing to this other block. And I'll probably sell these for about $5. So I cut out some more cacti and deciding on where to place them. So I'm just going to go ahead and place it down and rub it, transfer it on there as I go, since I already know where the placement needs to be from the other block. I'm going to speed this up so you don't have to watch me do this in real time. But I'm just doing the same thing to this block that I did to the previous block. And now we need to glue on the clothespin. Come on, glue, you can come out. Shake it, shake it. So we're going to put this in the center top like we did the last one. I didn't measure it, I just eyeballed it. I'm hoping it's pretty much in the center. So there's that one. Isn't it cute? I like it. And see how it sits up there by itself? And then we have this other one. Very carefully going to put this picture of a goat in here. And there's the other one. Isn't that cute? So there they both are. One with a picture and one without. And now we're going on to our message board. So unfortunately for this one here, I forgot to turn my camera on. So I'm going to try to recreate this for you. So this is this is a board that I got out of the dollar spot, the $5 section. It was $3, and I printed on my my computer message board at the top and keys down at the bottom, and I just put some carbon paper underneath the paper that I printed on with message board, and then I took my stylus and I pressed in on it so that it would make my message board image onto the board itself. So I'm just kind of recreating this for you since I forgot to turn on my camera. Shame on me. I was so upset with myself for that. So doing the same thing down here with the keys. And I just went into a Word document and typed these 2 words and then, or 3 words, and printed them up on my printer, just on regular paper. And now I'm going to take, excuse me, I'm going to take this permanent Sharpie and write message board on it, on the letters that I transferred over with the carbon paper. And again, I'm sorry I forgot to turn on my camera. And I'm sorry about having to clear my throat. Ugh. So anyway, I have some more of these rub-ons from the Dollar Tree. And we're going to use some from each of these packs. So I thought this would be a good thing to hang by your front door. And that way, you know, if there's several people in your family or whatever, and you come home and nobody's home and you thought they should be home, maybe they could write a message on the board, you know, saying taking the dog for a walk or going to the store or getting a massage or whatever. And then you could hang your keys there. So they'll be easy to grab when you're walking out the door. So I thought these were 4 useful DIYs that you can make. I know so many times we make DIYs and they're just things to sit around. So I like to try to make some useful DIYs. So again, I'm just rubbing the transfer onto the board with my scraper tool. And in my booth, I will probably sell this for, I don't know, anywhere from like $7 to $10 maybe. At least 7, I think. So it has a little ledge there that you could put some chalk on. Now these rub-ons I'm going to add to the side. And since I will be doing a craft show the first weekend of June, I will not be putting out videos that week because I'll have to get ready for my craft show. I'll have to gather up all my items and price them and get everything ready. But I'll be back the week after, hopefully, with some more DIYs. At least that Thursday, if not that Monday. The craft show is on Saturday and Sunday, so I might not be able to put out a Monday video that next week, but I will get one out on Thursday. Good Lord willing. So I guess this one was a little more difficult to get on there, but we got them. So we're going to add some more from the other sheet. And you'll have to let me know in the comments which of these is your favorite useful DIY. And you'll have to let me know if you might make 1, 2, 3, or 4 of these yourself. So the craft show is there in Harker Heights, up on the hill across from the bingo place. And it's in that building that used to be the Winn-Dixie. I can't remember the address. There used to be, and I don't know if there still is or not because I haven't been there in a long time, a bar, like a country bar, I guess it was, off to the one side of the building. There was another building. And there used to be a German restaurant there too. It's gone. So if you live in the area, I would like to see you. You come on out and say hi. I would appreciate it. There it is, our message board with the keys. Here it is hanging on my wall. So again, let me know which of these 4 is your favorite. I like them all. And again, I'm Liz with Liz's Crafts. And if you like what you see here, please give me a thumbs up. And if you know of anybody that would like my videos, please be sure to share them with them. And if you're a subscriber, thank you so much. And if you're watching this, thank you for watching my videos. And if you're not a subscriber, would you think about becoming one? See y'all in the next one.